Senior, listen to me for a moment. If you are over 60, if you own a home, or if you are helping a spouse, a sibling, or a parent who owns a home, I need to tell you something very important. I don't want this to happen to you. I've been practicing law for over 25 years, and I have seen too many seniors lose money they were legally entitled to, not because they did anything wrong, but because no one slowed down enough to explain the system to them in plain language. Please stay until the end, because what I'm about to explain could protect thousands of dollars every single year of your life. A few months ago, my phone rang late in the afternoon. It was my client, Margaret Wilson. She's 72 years old and lives in a quiet neighborhood outside Columbus, Ohio. Margaret sounded shaken. She told me, "I just got my new property tax bill, and it went up again. I don't understand how I'm supposed to afford this on Social Security." Margaret had done everything right in life. She worked for 40 years, paid off her home, never missed a tax payment, never asked for help. And yet, the system was quietly taking more from her every year. When I sat down with Margaret at my office, I asked her one simple question. "Have you applied for the senior property tax exemption?" She looked at me and said, "I thought I already had it." And that sentence right there is why I am making this video. In 2026, many states are rolling out a new expanded senior property tax exemption. In plain language, this means that for qualifying seniors, up to 65% of the assessed value of your home may be exempt from property taxes. That is up from 50% in many places. On paper, this looks like help. Real help. But in real life, the way it works is very different from what most seniors expect. Here is the first thing I need you to understand, slowly and clearly. This exemption is not automatic. No one comes to your door. No letter clearly explains it. No government worker calls to make sure you're protected. If you do nothing, nothing happens. And the county keeps taxing you as if you were a full-income working adult. I've seen this over and over again. My own mother, Helen, who is 78 and lives in a small town in Pennsylvania, believed for years that once you turn 65, they adjust your taxes automatically. That is not true. Not in most places. The law may allow the exemption, but the system requires you to apply, reapply, and sometimes prove eligibility again and again. Let me explain how this problem works in real life. Counties assess your home value every year or every few years. As home values rise, your taxes rise, even if your income stays the same. Seniors are especially vulnerable because most are on fixed incomes. Social Security does not rise at the same pace as property values. Pensions are often capped. Savings get eaten by inflation. Meanwhile, your tax bill quietly climbs. Now here is where things become dangerous. Criminals, dishonest companies, and even aggressive tax assistance firms know about these exemptions. They advertise on postcards, phone calls, and online ads saying things like, "We can get your senior tax exemption approved or apply now before the deadline." They make it sound urgent. They make it sound complicated. And then they charge fees for something you could legally do yourself for free or for a few dollars. I represented a gentleman named Robert Jenkins, age 69, from Tampa, Florida. He paid a company nearly $2,000 to secure his senior exemption. They filled out a basic form, submitted it late, and when it was denied, they disappeared. Robert still paid the fee. The exemption never went through. And his taxes went up again the next year. This is why I speak calmly but firmly when I say this: the law is on your side, but the system is not designed to guide you. It is designed to process paperwork, not protect people. So let me explain what this new 2026 65% exemption usually means, step by step, in simple terms. If you qualify, a portion of your home's assessed value is removed before taxes are calculated. If your home is assessed at $200,000, and 65% is exempt, only $70,000 may be taxed. That difference can mean savings of $2,000, $3,000, sometimes even $5,000 per year, depending on local tax rates. But qualification matters. Age matters. Income limits matter. Residency matters. In many places, you must be at least 65 by January 1st of the tax year. You must usually own and live in the home as your primary residence. Income limits can be strict. And here is the part that hurts seniors the most: if you miss the deadline, you may lose the benefit for the entire year. I don't want this to happen to you. I once helped a widow named Susan Alvarez, age 74, living in San Antonio, Texas. Her husband handled all the paperwork before he passed. After he died, she assumed everything stayed the same. It didn't. The exemption was tied to joint income and had to be updated. She missed the deadline by 3 weeks. 3 weeks. She lost nearly $3,000 that year alone. The law allowed no exceptions. This is not talked about enough. Here are the warning signs I want you to recognize. If your property taxes keep increasing even though your income has not. If you receive mail offering help with senior exemptions for a fee. If you hear neighbors say, "I think I have it," but they aren't sure. If you have recently moved, refinanced, lost a spouse, or had a change in income. These are moments when exemptions are often lost without notice. Now let me explain exactly what to do, calmly and clearly. First, contact your county tax assessor's office directly. Not a third party. Not a company. Ask one question: am I currently receiving the senior property tax exemption, and does it reflect the new 65% level for 2026? Write down the answer. Ask for confirmation in writing if possible. Second, ask about deadlines. Many counties require applications between January and March. Some allow late filing with penalties. Some do not. Do not assume. Ask. Third, gather basic documents. Usually this includes proof of age, proof of residency, and proof of income. Income definitions vary. Social Security may or may not count fully. Pensions, withdrawals, and interest may matter. Do not guess. Ask what counts. Fourth, if you are confused, bring a trusted family member or legal professional with you. Not a salesperson. Not someone asking for a percentage. Someone who explains, not pressures. Now I want to talk to you gently about what happens if the damage is already done. If you missed past exemptions, some states allow retroactive claims for 1 or 2 years. Others allow appeals if incorrect information was provided. The window is narrow, but it exists. I have helped clients recover thousands by filing corrected applications and appeals. Time matters. The sooner you act, the better your chances. I also need to tell you something difficult. Some seniors lose their homes not because they cannot pay, but because they were never told they didn't have to pay that much. In the United States alone, estimates suggest that over 2 million seniors are not receiving property tax exemptions they qualify for. That is billions of dollars left unclaimed every year. Not stolen. Just quietly taken. I don't want this to happen to you. Please understand, this is not about fear. It's about awareness. The law created these exemptions because lawmakers recognized that seniors should not be taxed out of their homes. But laws only work when they are used. As a lawyer, as a son, and as someone who has sat across from too many worried seniors, I ask you to take this seriously but calmly. You have time. You have rights. And you deserve clarity. If this conversation helped you, if you felt like someone was finally speaking to you instead of at you, that is why this channel exists. Near the end of my career, I created Senior Law Desk to quietly explain what the system does not explain well. No pressure. No shouting. Just protection through understanding. Please check your status. Please help a neighbor check theirs. And please remember this: asking questions does not make you difficult. It makes you safe. This video is for educational purposes only and does not create an attorney-client relationship. Laws vary by state and individual circumstances matter. For advice specific to your situation, consult a qualified attorney or your local tax authority. Take care of yourself. I don't want this to happen to you.
You can direct how I act by adding directions in square brackets at the beginning of the script, like this. You can control the emotions, speed, accent, and even describe a character and situation that you would like me to play.
Ho, ho, ho! Every day is a holiday with Jenny's Pro V2 voices. Check out all 30 amazing Pro V2 voices by clicking on my profile image or clicking on Change Voice button. Happy creating! Ho, ho, ho!